Hey guys, I'm back. I'm gonna do another tutorial this time. As promised, I'm going to do my ribbon flowers. And all I'm using, I bought this ribbon at Walmart. And it's just, let's see, 1.5 inch ribbon. And make sure you get the kind that's soft and shiny and not the kind that's real stiff. Because the stiff kind, I'm going to tell you right now, does not work very well. So what I do, we're just going to go ahead and get started. What I do is I take it and I cut about 1.5 to 2 inch pieces like that. And depending on how big you want your flowers to be, you can make these any size you want. You can make little ones, big ones, however you want to do it. I'm going to be doing one that's probably about 3 inches in diameter. And you noticed I just cut these, squared them off. What I'll do is I'll take a few of them and just kind of round off the corners. It doesn't have to be round on the whole end of it. But I just take and nip the corners off, just like that. And I also have some that are cut here that are actually in a little bit darker ivory than the ones that I'm cutting now. But I did that purposely because what I do is when I get to the center ones, I cut them usually, these are probably 2 inches long. I'll cut those about 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit smaller, because I like to do the inner pieces a little bit smaller. You can see here, this is one of the ones that I'm making now that I've already done. And then this is one of the smaller ones. And actually with these little ones, I even took some and I cut the ribbon down in its width because I wanted them really small. So you can do this really any way you choose. You cut your ribbon any way you want to, and just go with it. But again, I'm just taking the ends and I'm nipping off the corners just like that. Don't cut yourself. I almost just cut myself. So all you want to do is, I've got a little candle here. I have a little torch that I use to light my candle with. I keep this close by too, because as you'll see, sometimes after I hold it over the candle, you see how the ends just kind of turn in once you put it over that candle. Don't get too close to it and don't get in too big of a rush, because if you do, you'll end up scorching the ends. And then see, on this one I have one little end that didn't quite melt the way I wanted to, so I'll take it and just kind of go like that and torch it a little bit more. So I'm going to just go through and do these ones that I've got cut here. I don't think I'll need to cut anymore because I'm going to use these. And I kind of try to go a little bit up into this area too, because I like my flowers to have, you know, movement. I don't want them to be too perfect looking. I am going to try and do some that are a little less sort of lacy, but I tend to always gravitate towards doing them this way. So, you know, that's all in the way that you like your flowers to look. You can make them really, really pretty by just making them really smooth, like that one. That one doesn't have a lot of curl. It's just pretty smooth. You can do them like that too, and they do come out very pretty. I've seen other girls doing YouTube videos where they've done them, you know, all of their petals are really smooth, and they're gorgeous too. I just tend to be one of those people. I like things to not be perfect. I'm not really a perfectionist, and that's not, I'm a perfectionist in the sense that when I make things, I like them to come out exactly how I intended. that may not be the same as how someone else would, you know, want their pieces to be. But I like shabby. I'm a shabby kind of a girl. So, and you can see I'm going through these relatively quickly. It doesn't take long to get them burned. I tend to go kind of around the edges and the sides a little bit, just to kind of round them out too. And each petal is going to be a little bit different. So, you know, if you get some that you feel like maybe you went overboard, not necessarily so. Sometimes those are nice to add in there too. So, as you see, I'm just kind of going around and getting it the way I want it. Nothing at this end. I don't worry about the other end because that's where we're going to be gluing the petals together. So, sorry about that. We've got a plane flying overhead. We're right near the airport here, the municipal airport. So all day long those planes are flying over. Okay. And this ribbon is it's melting very nicely actually. I wasn't sure because this was a little bit less expensive ribbon than I had gone with the first time that I made these. And so I wasn't sure that it was going to come out really great, but they seem to be doing just fine. So the first ribbons, the first flowers that I made, I bought a ribbon on Amazon, and it was a little more expensive, but it was really, really nice ribbon, and they came out so beautiful. And that's actually where these other ones came from, was the original ribbon that I had melted. So, or purchased, I should say. But yeah, I'm just gonna pull together a bunch of these little petals here. As you can see, I have a whole bunch in my little bag here. And here's what I'm doing. I'm taking the ones that I did today. These are some bigger ones that I had done another day. These are in the darker ribbon. But I'm taking some of the light ribbon. I'm doing something a little different. I want to see how it looks if I use some of the light ribbon and then go darker towards the center, because, you know, we all know that flowers, their colors are a little bit different. So you can see here, I hope, I don't know if you can see it in the light, you can kind of see how the color is a little bit different on these two petals. So we're going to be trying something new. So I'm going to take, I've got these all done exactly how I want them. And what I'm going to do is I take them, let's see, actually I am going to, this is not, don't do this at home guys, but I'm going to take and put that candle out. And I don't want the smelly wax all over the house, so, okay, that way I've got more space to work with. So those are my little ones, these are my big ones, and I'm just going to start using my glue gun, and I'm going to start putting these bigger ones together, and these are the ones that are going to go on the outside. So I take one and then just put the other one next to it. So I'm just going to go, oh my goodness, no glue in my glue gun. I'll be right back guys, I didn't realize I was out. Always make sure you have plenty of glue on hand. Okay, so now let's get started. Sorry about that, you guys. So I'm just going to take, in this sort of this corner, I'm going to put a little dot there and just do it just like that. And I'm going to go around. I'm going to try and just hold my glue gun here. And one at a time. We'll get these all along till I get it in a circle. See how that is? This should be a fairly quick video because these are really simple to make. So if you need flowers sort of at the last minute for something that you're putting together, this works out really nicely. I've made a whole bunch of them. I have some of these flowers in my Etsy shop. If you're one that likes to watch the videos but you don't want to make your own flowers, you can get these flowers in my shop. I have some different colors and things. I've used some of them and had to take them out of my shop. I used them to make some items, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take these two ends and I'm going to put them together now. So I'm just going to take and put a little bit of glue across here and lay this one over the top. So it doesn't look like much right now, but there's our beginning circle. And then I'm going to take a couple more of these bigger ones. And what I like to do at this point is I like to start sort of pleating them a little bit. So I have 4 of these left. So I'm going to just take those and go around the inside, and I'm putting the glue across the front of it. And I'm just going to kind of take and pleat it together. And then I'm going to put the glue on the back a little bit higher on these because I want it to come down a little bit further. And I'm just going to put these just like that. In fact, what I can do is I can just take and put this on the back here. And I can probably just glue it down just like that. And putting the glue on the back. Before I lay it down, I just put my hands a little bit higher there, pleat it, and then put it down. And again, at this point, it doesn't look like much of anything, but very shortly you guys are going to see how really nice these come out. So I've just got 4 of those sort of in the middle, and now I'm going to start laying these other ones in there. And these are already smaller. I put the glue across the back of the ribbon. Make sure that you're watching with your ribbon though, that you're putting it the right side up, because it's really easy when you're burning it to get sidetracked and put them in the wrong direction. So just make sure you're watching that. Burn them with the silky side up and the rougher side of the ribbon going down. And these I'm putting fairly close together, a little bit closer together, so that they're kind of on top of each other. And I'm probably going to use quite a few of these. I just put them on until I feel like I've got enough on there and it's as fluffy as I want it to be. And I'm just I put them down a little bit more to the center as I go. And then once I get to about this point, I like to take them and cut them a little bit smaller, because I don't want a whole bunch of ribbon bunched up in the center. And these I'm going to take and pleat them just a little bit. Watch your fingers so that you don't burn them. Something that I'm famous for, I've got burns all over my hands from doing stuff like this, because I'm working with the glue and I'm just touching the glue all the time, and I think you all probably know what I'm talking about. It's easy to burn yourself with these glue guns. And just keep on going. So everybody, I'm super happy to be back. I'm super happy to be working on my projects again. I'm having a lot of fun. Been able to talk to a few of my friends a little bit more often, and so it's just been really, really nice. I may take and try and squeeze a couple of these down behind these other ones that I did on the second row, the 4 that I put in on the second row. I think I'm going to put a couple of these smaller ones down inside there and just kind of have them popping out. And this time I'm just putting the glue at the top side and laying the upper flower down on that. You could go either way with the glue. It doesn't really matter. This one, actually, I think I'm going to put in between those two. But this is really easy to do, you guys, and it's just a lot of fun. It's really relaxing for me anyway. I enjoy doing stuff like this where I get to just kind of use my creative side and make them exactly the way I want them, because I use a lot of flowers in my projects. So I'm going to pull some more of these out. So you see how I'm using probably more of, well, not probably, I am using more of these little ones than I did the bigger petals. And I'm just popping these in wherever I think I might want them. And let's see, I'm going to put that one back there. Hopefully I'm staying in view with the camera. I'm trying to do a better job of making sure I'm staying where I need to be so you guys can see actually what I'm doing. If ever you see a video and I'm not in view, please make a comment to me so that I'm getting constant reminders if that's happening. And that way maybe I can do a better job of getting some better videos to you guys. This one's going to be really pretty. I can tell already. It's coming out super nice. So I mean, this is something that, you know, when you're doing a special project for someone, maybe you're making a gift for somebody, or you're putting something together for your own home, or whatever. This is a really fun way to put your own twist on things. And I love them. I really, really love them. I've put them on a few of my projects now. A couple of my altered jewelry boxes and some journals that I've made. I've put them on those and they just look amazing. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to put in there. So let me get my trash out of the way here. You can see I didn't waste a whole lot. there. That's it for my waist. And so this is what I have so far. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm not quite done yet. I've got some centers. I need to put a centerpiece in it. And you can do anything when it comes to making your centerpiece. I've got all these little bits and pieces here. These are just a few that I have sitting around. You can use, like this is just a little cheapy button piece. You could use that. That looks really nice. Or take something with a little bit more of a color pop and put that in the middle. And then you could also use, if you've got some of the little mulberry flowers around, that's just a little white mulberry flower, paper flower. And then you can even take just a simple bead. This is just a simple bead. It's got some pretty flowers on it, and you can take that and put it in the center as well. And that looks really pretty. Just a little ball. Or you can if you can find a bigger one or what have you. And this is just a gold filigree piece. That's a little bit too big for this flower though, so that's not going to work out. And then I have this other sort of more vintagey looking piece, and it popped out because it's a little bit big too. But so I think for this one, actually, I think the first one that I used, and it's obviously the kind of the cheapest little thing I have sitting here, but I really like it. So I think I don't see anything else here that I want to use. Nope. So this is what I'm going to use. I get a lot of my little bits and pieces from Kiki's Sale. I know that I always mention that group to you guys, but I do it because I really enjoy the bits and pieces that Debbie Cottrell has at Kiki's Sale. I really, really enjoy them. Here's another one that's really cute. And she gets a lot of these kinds of things and sells them on her site. I got this from her. I think I might have even gotten this filigree stuff. I get little butterflies, and she was doing a lot of resin pieces for a while there. I don't think she's doing as much of that right now. But yeah, so head on over there. She does a sale about every other Saturday night, and it's awesome. She sells some really great stuff. So I'm just going to take and put a decent bit of glue on there, and I'm going to pop that right in the center of the flower and hold it down. Make sure it sticks well. And the other thing that I have here, I always put a little doily behind my flowers. And generally, I put a couple of leaves as well. Let me grab a leaf or two. Just going to use a couple of my little paper leaves here. I've got little green ones. Okay, and I do see a couple of spots here. Once I get done, I always find a little spot or two where I feel like I need to add something else to. I like a full flower. So I tend to go over these until I feel like I've got just enough petals for what I'm trying to accomplish. And I just kind of feel like on these outside edges I need a few more. Again, I'm just cutting these about the size, almost about the size of a quarter. And popping them underneath the other petals and in between the bigger ones. I want to say when I got this ribbon at Walmart, I got it on sale and I think it was like 40% off. I don't know if they're still having that good of a sale on their ribbon, but it was a really good price that I got for it. So, or I gave for it. So I was really thrilled. And I don't remember, it's 12 feet that you get. So that's pretty decent as far as I'm concerned anyway. It goes pretty far. And then again, this darker ribbon that I'm using, actually that I made the smaller ones with, was actually a 1-inch ribbon. It's not cut down. It was a 1-inch ribbon that I bought. I want to say I bought it. I might have bought it when I bought the stuff at Walmart as well. Let's see, I see 2 more spots and then I'm going to leave this alone because I don't want to make this video too long. One more. Okay, I'm going to go right between these two. And that will be it. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little doily, because I like to put doilies underneath my flowers, and I'm just going to, because you can see it's kind of a hot mess on the underside, but it won't be for long. I'm just going to put some glue around this in the middle and lay it down the center of that doily. And you'll get some glue that will ooze out. That's okay too. You can get that out. It's not burning me or anything. So last but not least, I'm going to put 2 of these leaves on and we will be done. I'm just going to put a little glue right there and put these leaves sort of kitty corner to each other, just like that. And then I'm going to stick the doily to the flower real well right there. I've just got one spot where I see my ribbon got a little more melted than I like it to be. So I'm just trying to cut that little bit off right there. Once that ribbon melts, it is quite hard. I just found one more spot where I want to lay one more piece right here. Okay guys, so that's the flower. It's all done. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? There's the leaves. And I am just thrilled that I actually learned how to make these flowers. I am thrilled to death. I love them. And like I said, there we go. I've got some of these in my Etsy shop if you're interested. This one is probably about 4 inches in diameter, but isn't it gorgeous? I love it to death, and I hope you guys will enjoy making these. Let me know in the comments section if you decide to make them. Let me know how yours came out, or if you have any questions or anything. I'm happy to answer your questions. I do respond to the comments. So thankfully I don't have so many subscribers yet that I can't respond to everybody. So it's fun. I enjoy seeing what everyone has to say, and I enjoy responding back. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I enjoyed doing it for you, and everybody have a wonderful afternoon and a blessed week, and I'll be seeing you real soon. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you'll get notified when I do new videos. If you're not currently a subscriber, I would so greatly appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. I am planning on doing a lot of new videos on some different things. I'm working on some stuff right now that I think you guys would enjoy seeing me do. I've got these little compacts and tins that I'm working on right now. I'm going to be embellishing these. All I did with these, they were compacts. I spray painted them white. I Mod Podged them, and I've got videos on different Mod Podge projects that I've done, so you can watch those to see how I do that. And then I'm going to finish embellishing these. I put a little bit of stickles on the front of these, as you can see, but they're so pretty. And then once I get these done, they'll be going into my Etsy store for sale. Let me show you these other 2 that I have, and these are super cute. So I'll be working on those next, so be on the lookout for that video, and I'll be seeing you guys really soon. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Be blessed. Take care.